Hello, I met the amazing Lisette, I can't even say your name now, Lisette Sandoval, at a conference that we had in Barcelona. In Barcelona, the Costa Women Group have an International Women's Day event as well, but they wait till later on in the year to organise it. So it was in November. And I was really impressed by Lisette's presentation. I loved it, which was why she's coming to give hopefully the same or very similar presentation to us in Marbella. Hi, Lisette.
Hi, Ali. Thank you so much for having me here.
And even better, we've got you moved nearer to where we are.
I am. I'm in the south of Spain now.
Yeah.
I'm headed to La Frontera.
Brilliant. Yay. Yay. So do you want to tell us a bit about Lisette and how your professional story started?
Sure. It started 13 years ago. I was a very young social worker, and I transitioned into a behavior analyst. And in doing so, I was still working with a population of developmental disabled children. And then I automatically, people say like, well, how does that even transfer to women? Easily, because I'd have to go into their homes and help the mother. I'd have to train the mother, these women, on how to change their child's unwanted behavior. And so each and every time I would always end up with a roadblock because the mom just did not feel confident. These women just did not feel confident to learn these skills that really felt like magic. They felt like, this is some snake oil you're teaching me, because I don't think I can ever change my child's unwanted behavior. This is crazy. And so I would definitely see that they were just low confident. They would try and they're like, I can't do it. And then slowly I started digging deeper, and I would see that they just lacked their own self-confidence because of their own situation at home or their life situation. And so their goal to make their child improve was impossible. So I just ended up knowing that each home that I would walk into, I'd give them self-help homework. And so each and every time, in order for me to help change their child's behavior, I'd have to change theirs first. And so it was an added thing that I would do, but definitely very needed in order to see results. I could not see results in the family and the child and anything until the mother felt happy, confident, excited about changes. And so with this, it was an easy overlap that I could say, hey, I did this in business as well. Many years ago, I went from being a behavior analyst to being a real estate agent. And that was a hard turn. And so I had to learn the steps of how to do marketing. I had to know how to speak to people. And each and every time, it was still teaching people the basic steps on how to change one thing to another. But mostly, a lot of people, in the case of business, I had to make sure that I was organized. I had to make sure that I was confident in the skills that I had in order for me to sell or even help a customer buy a $1 million home. So for me, I had to do it on myself. Then I had to do all the skills on myself in order for me to do it in sales. So I saw that there was a lot of the same things, that whatever I had them do, I did it for myself. And then I realized like, hey, these skills, they're transferable. You need to use them in everything that you do. So this is how I started Mejorar Mi Vida. And I did it in Spanish because, hi, we're in Spain. But slowly, I'll eventually transition into my name, which you can find at lisettesandoval.com. But this is basically how to improve your life. This is how to improve yourself. So a lot of times when people are looking online in Spanish, like, ¿cómo puedo mejorar mi vida? Like, or skills to mejorar mi vida. This is how I kind of brought up.
Okay.
That. But this is the background on how I started, and I'm still very excited about helping women.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've only got a few minutes in this call, and this may be too long a question to answer, but why do you think women are so bad at confidence?
I think it's cultural and society. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I think a lot of the times it's taken away at a certain point, especially when we're asked to play it down as a very young children. Maybe our families didn't help us, with that rambunctiousness, or maybe our curiosity, or maybe as adults we encountered men, boyfriends, or just people that told us, maybe managers that even said, or even teachers, I don't know, that said, "Ooh, that doesn't, you don't fit don't do that because you're not going to fit in this box.
Right.
And so slowly you start shrinking into something that you're not. In the case of the families that I helped, it's when they all became mothers. They totally switched off the professional role that they were good at, and then they went to do motherhood, and they focused totally on that. And in this case, I mean, the children had disabilities, but most of the time you're like, well, this is all the role that I'm really confident in motherhood, and I can't do anything else. And it's like, yes, you can, and you did it before. So this is why I'm going to remind you, and we're going to remind you with steps and things and actions, and so this is my observation and my experience.
Yeah, great. So you're coming to talk to the event about activating your confidence, and knowing from your talk previously, it is very interactive, and we will learn skills and things before we leave. Just give us some headlines on the talk.
Absolutely. It's taking actionable steps, but also things that you have to do in your mind to internalize the goals that you have. So a lot of times we have superficial goals, and we have a lot of those, but how do we turn those superficial goals into internal goals for us to activate every day these goals that we have and say, yeah, I can do it. I'm doing it. Because a lot of times we write down our goals and they're amazing, and maybe we put them up on a vision board, but then we forget about them. We truly forget about them. Eventually that vision board is covered with other Post-it notes, or you're not even looking at it. So in this talk, it's going to be daily things you can do to find this action, to activate this confidence, but also how to internalize these goals, because they really have to be internalized in order for you to actually take the steps to make things happen.
Perfect. Good. And where can women connect with you before the conference? So is it your website? Is that the best place to find you?
You can find a lot of information on Facebook. It's facebook.com/mejorar mi vida coaching /. So it's a group, it's a page. So it's Mejorar mi vida in English, coaching. Or very simply, you can find me in lisettesandoval.com, and that can lead you back into my Facebook. But you can always find me in the information about the conference.
True, very true. Yeah. So we'll share the information as well below this video too, in case people haven't seen it on the conference information. Yeah. And I'm so excited. We're going to be seeing you soon.
I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. I love doing this, but I love connecting with all the women, all the energy. I think it's going to be a fantastic event. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me and be part of that.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Cool. Good. Well, thank you, Lisette, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Speak soon.